The call came during a morning briefing. The satellite feed buzzed in the background, the air thick with diesel and dust. I hadn't even wiped the sand from my mouth when my phone lit up an unknown domestic number. I stepped away and answered. "Sergeant Hale," I said. A voice came through, tight and clipped. "This is Sheriff Boyd from Carver County. You better sit down for this." I didn't. "Your wife's new boyfriend threw your twin daughters off St. Ridge Bridge. Both died on impact. The mayor's protecting him." For a moment, everything around me went hollow. I heard myself whisper, "Are you certain?" "Yes, sir. It's all covered up. Your wife's name is all over the reports." Silence stretched out like the edge of a blade. I walked straight into my colonel's tent. "I need emergency leave," I said. He looked at me, really looked, and saw enough to know not to ask. "How long?" 48 hours. He nodded. "That's 8 people, 6 hours each." I managed a thin smile. "I'll only need one." The flight home felt longer than every deployment combined. Every sound, crying babies, the metallic voice of airport speakers, blurred into a dull hum inside my head. 48 hours. That was the distance between what they'd done and what I was going to do. When I landed, I didn't go home. I went to the bridge. Police tape fluttered like yellow ghosts in the wind. The water below was slow and merciless. I tried to imagine the sound, the fall, the splash, the silence after. My daughters, their last seconds. How one of them must have tried to climb back up. I'd later learned from the coroner that her fingernails were torn and broken. She had fought. Grief didn't crush me. It hardened. Soldiers aren't taught to cry. We're taught to plan. Her betrayal wasn't just unfaithfulness. It was corruption. She'd rebuilt our lives around another man, and when he turned violent, she shielded him instead of our children. Revenge, I decided, would not come from rage. Rage is noisy. Revenge needs precision. On the first day, I watched Evan Cross, local contractor, ex-con, newly popular thanks to his friendship with the mayor. He drank at the same bar every night, checked into the same hotel, where Claire, my wife, met him. They laughed together, carefree, as if 2 graves didn't bear our name. I sat across the street, watching from my rental, timing every move. After midnight, I met Sheriff Boyd. He looked worn out, eyes darting. "You're really going to do something about it?" "I'm not here for questions." He slid a folder across the desk. "Everything you'll need. Surveillance, accounts, the mayor's part in it. You can get it from me." I nodded. "God help you," he said quietly. "God doesn't live here anymore," I told him. The next morning, I went home for the first time in months. The air smelled like someone else's perfume. She was in the kitchen when I walked in, froze mid-sip. "James," she breathed, "you're back." "You look well," I said. Her eyes flicked around, calculating. "I didn't know you were coming." "Neither did I." I dropped the folder on the counter. Photos spilled out, hotel logs, receipts, security footage. Her voice trembled. "Where did you get this?" "Doesn't matter." Her face shifted, denial, fear, realization. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she whispered. He lost control. I was scared. "You were scared of losing him." Tears slid down her cheeks. I turned away. Tears don't fix desecration. That night at 11, Evan Cross unlocked the door to his penthouse. I was already inside. He froze. "How did you—" "I'm not here to kill you," I said calmly. "Just to talk." "You're insane," he spat. "You murdered 2 little girls." He tried to speak, but couldn't. I placed a flash drive on the table. "Everything's already been sent. Police, FBI, press. The mayor, your deals, all of it. I don't have to kill you. The world will." He reached for the phone, but his movements were sluggish. The tranquilizer I'd slipped into his drink had taken hold. He crumpled the floor, paralyzed but awake. I crouched beside him. "They fought back," I whispered. "One almost made it." His eyes widened with terror. "Now you'll learn what drowning feels like." I left the window open as the rain began to drift in. When I walked out, he was still alive, barely. I didn't go to the trial. Didn't read the headlines. Claire's letters from prison stayed unopened. People said I vanished. Maybe I did. You don't return from that kind of silence. You just learn to live in it. Sometimes I drive past the bridge, listening to the wind through the railings. For a second, it almost sounds like laughter, then it's gone. 48 hours. That's all it took. War taught me that vengeance isn't about spilling blood. It's about restoring balance. And now, finally, the scales are level.